Today I'm showing you my entire Doctor Who collection. Doctor Who's been one of my favourite shows for basically my entire life, and since the age of about 8 I've been buying toys and merch, and these days I've got actual props from the show, so we're going to go through it all, starting with one of the very first things I ever got. This is a 1980 Cyberman that I purchased from a little geek store in the Metro Centre. I think I was probably about 8 years old at the time. You used to be able to press this button and he'd say cool Cyberman related things, but the batteries have long since died. But isn't he absolutely beautiful? I've just always really liked this kind of Cyberman, which you will see is a bit of a running theme throughout my collection, because I also have this. Now this is possibly the oldest thing in here, but it's the newest addition to the collection because Becky got me this for Christmas. It is an unopened 1980s Doctor Who figure, and he is in perfect condition because a lot of the time they're kind of a bit crumpled these days because, you know, it's 40 something years old. What a cool thing to have. Thank you, Becky. Whack that right there on the wall. Don't worry, I've got a backup. There we go. Now, I don't have too much Doctor Who stuff in the office. We're going to leave the office very shortly and we'll be heading into the attic eventually, where the majority of my collection is. But basically, each time I go into the attic, I end up getting distracted by my Doctor Who figures and I end up bringing one down and putting it somewhere. So Davros was the last fella that I did that to, because look how epic this is. What an incredible little figure. Look at that fella, look at him, he's so good. This is a classic console, so you'll notice I have not only new era Doctor Who stuff, but also classic era Doctor Who stuff. Even though I wasn't born when Doctor Who was originally on in the 60s to 80s, my older brother introduced me to Doctor Who at a very, very young age because he had the entire VHS collection. So this is a console from, I think, the first Doctor era, but I'm not 100% sure. I might be wrong on that one. But yeah, I just really like the look of it, so I keep it on my desk in the corner. Alright, we're going to slide over here, but as we do, we'll just say hello to this little Dalek. This is another fella I just grabbed from the attic in the last couple of years because I just got distracted, and he now stays there with my U2s. How delightful. But if I head over here, we have this big fella. Let's see if I can get him out. So, same Cyberman that I've shown you twice already. This is an actual helmet. Now, sadly, it is not a prop. It's a replica of a prop, so it's made using the original mold. So it's exactly same material, same size as the 1980s Cyberman helmets. I got this from thisplanetearth.com, and it was rather expensive as well, but I absolutely love it. It's a really, really cool thing to own because I've just always liked how this Cyberman looked. Becky's just told me I have to put it on. Ah, no, you can't. You can't put this one on because these wires aren't detachable. I'll put the other one on. I've got two of them. I'll show you in a sec. Okay, we're now going to leave the office because the majority of the collection is elsewhere in the house. Look at this. It's exciting, isn't it? We don't leave the office very often. So first, you will see this beautiful picture inspired by the Van Gogh episode. Obviously, it's the TARDIS in the style of a Van Gogh painting. I got this 2015, I think, at a student fair. They were selling a load of different posters. So always liked the look of this. It's just very, very pretty. Also have another Doctor Who related picture right next to it. Becky got me this. Absolutely love it because not only is the art really nice, but the frame, I don't know how well you can see it in the lighting. Oh, our light's on, brilliant. It's actually like it's the TARDIS wood. It's like a beautiful, beautiful blue. And that's just such a nice extra detail from Becky. What a delightful little thing to make. Really appreciate that. Also, we have my second full-scale classic Cyberman mask. This is also from This Planet Earth. And Becky will be pleased to know that you can actually wear this one. You just have to unscrew the back. So let's do this. And as I said, this is exactly the same scale as the Cybermen costumes from the classic era show. So I think this was 1970s, 60s version of the Cybermen. I might be wrong on that. But the actors that had to play Cybermen, they really did have a tough time because you do not have a lot of room in here. But can you see my little eyes? Oh, she's really getting in there. And then what's really scary is the view from inside the helmet. I always think that's just really, really eerie. Look at that. But yeah, I just absolutely love both of these helmets. This one needs a better place because he's kind of squashed in here with all of Becky's nice piano things. Okay, who wants to see some actual props from the show? Wow, Childhood Jack would never have dreamed that I was ever able to do this kind of thing. But here we are. These are my 2 Doctor Who props. Yeah, I just can't believe that I actually have actual physical things that were in the TV program. I got these within the last kind of 2 or 3 years. So first one is a hand scanner from season 1 of the new era. This featured in a few episodes that were set a few hundred years apart. So originally it was 2 hands next to each other and people were like connecting to the web with their little brain things. But then they brought it back again and you only see it for a second, but Christopher Eccleston actually like sonic screwdrivers it and it's got cool lights behind it. So this is just a really, really epic thing to have. And then above that is a prop from probably one of the best episodes of Doctor Who all time. That would be Blink, the Weeping Angel episode. And this is a tiny clip of the wallpaper that Sally Sparrow had to pull away from the wall near the beginning of the episode. When it arrived, all I had was just the actual bit of wallpaper, so I decided to give it a bit more razzmatazz with a nice gold frame, and I also wrote the message that was on the wall as well. And I think I did a fantastic job at copying the look of the text and everything. I would like more Doctor Who props. My kind of golden era of Doctor Who was seasons 1 to 4. Those are basically the episodes that I'm most interested in, and then I kind of slowly lost interest from that point onwards. But getting props from that era is very, very difficult because some of those episodes are nearing 20 years old now. I did sign up to a prop auction a couple of months ago, but everything just was so expensive that I just got outbid in the end. Anyway, let's head over here, because on the stairs we have K9. Normally we keep him downstairs, but I brought him up for this video, and I've always loved this. I got this for Christmas, probably when I was about 11 years old. He did have a remote control, and you could drive him around, and he'd say things, and I think if I click here, look at that, he's actually got the mechanics, just like in the school reunion episode. I don't think he'll talk anymore. Yeah, his batteries are definitely dead, but he used to kind of waggle his tail as well, and these would waggle. Such a cool little, cute, adorable little prop. But one item that does not need new batteries is the TARDIS. I love this thing so much, and it's followed me around everywhere that I've been over the last kind of 20 years, basically. I use it these days as my money box, because it is a money box. You can see there's Christopher Eccleston and Billy Piper as well. Look at that. And you think that's good? Watch this. The light. The light. Do you see the light? It flashes and everything. It's dematerializing. Oh my god. And then, just in case it couldn't get any better, lots of planets have a north. Let's see if I know every single one. It does that each time you close it. Same one again. Rose. Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life. Next one. Same again. Same again. Genghis Khan couldn't get through that door, and believe me, they've tried. Why is it just playing the same? That's a good one. That's a classic. Do another one. Ah, yes, that's time and relative dimensions in space. It also travels in time. We've had that one. There's another one. Genghis Khan. Where's the Genghis Khan one? I talked over it. Right, either way, this is absolutely epic, and I got it probably 2005 when season 1 first came out, because you can see it is a season 1 version. It's very, very early season 1, you can tell by Rose's hoodie. But I love this so much, and even though it's a money box, I played with it just as a toy. So I've got photos of it in the snow when I was pretending that we landed on an alien snowy landscape. I used to park it on my parents' orange sofa and pretend that I was on Mars. I absolutely love this thing, and I want to have it forever. We put it right there. I used to spin it like this as well, and I'd pretend that it was traveling through the time vortex. That just came back to me. Anyway, let's put that there, because it is now time to have a look at all of the stuff in the attic that I collected as a youngster. So let's go up to the attic. You stay there, Becky, and then we'll do a clever editing transition. See you in just a second. Oh, hello there. That was a nice bit of editing magic, wasn't it? Great stuff. So we're basically now going to take a look at all of the action figures that my mum bought me from Wilkinson's from the periods of 2005 to about 2009. My mum must have had to spend an absolute fortune on all of these if you were to add them all up. But we're going to start with this, the Rachnos. The figures that they used to do for Doctor Who are just absolutely incredible. Like, look how epic this is. And she's just a one-off, one-episode character, but they literally made a figure for any opportunity they could make a figure. And doesn't she look incredible? That is amazing. I've also got the face of Bo, and if I remember correctly, his mouth moves. Wait, is it like this?
Whoa.
Wow, you are not alone. Wow, that's a bit of movie magic right there. Incredible. Once again, just an amazing figure. Look at that. So good. So, all my best ones are all in here, but we'll get these out of the way just quickly. I do have this poster. Now, I feel a bit sad about this poster because I just haven't looked after it as well as I should have done, considering how cool it is. But this famously pops up in the background of my 1,000 subscriber video, so I've had this a long time. But if we unravel it, not only is it a Dalek, but it's also a signed Dalek poster that just has some random cast members from Doctor Who. Just because me and my brother went to a convention, I dressed as the 3rd Doctor, he dressed as the 4th Doctor. It was very delightful. There aren't any huge names on here. One of these used to play Davros in the 80s, but I can't remember which one it was. This is Fraser Hines, who played Jamie, the 2nd Doctor's assistant. I spoke to him for a really long time. He was very, very nice. But yeah, just a really epic poster, and I wish I'd looked after it a little bit better. What's in this box, Jack? I'm not quite sure, Jack. Let's find out. This box, so this is just some large figurine components, such as the Genesis Ark. Like I said, anything they could possibly make a figurine out of, they made a figurine out of. It opens up, so I used to shove Daleks in here and pretend they were all spurting out. This is... Oh my god, there's something in it. What have I put in it? I remember what's in here. So this is a leg from a robot. And that is because they were doing a thing where you had to buy 7 different classic Who figurines, and each one of them would have a component to build the robot from a Tom Baker episode. Now, I guess childhood Jack never managed to complete that, but I just shoved the components that I did manage to get in here to keep them safe. Maybe I should do it. Maybe I should build them all up together. Oh, look at this! We've got the Eccleston Tennant central console, a bit larger than the console I showed you at the start of this video. Isn't that incredible? So this is actually part of a full set of the full interior, which I think the other bits are in there. But it lights up and this goes up and down. Incredible, beautiful. Oh, I forgot I had this. I have another Cyberman. Obviously a more modern era Cyberman. And it looks like he must have moved around and you must have been able to press things. But I don't think he works anymore. But oh my God, that's incredible. Maybe I should bring that down. What's in this box? I'll tell you what's in this box. It's the other components for the TARDIS interior. Oh my God, this thing was amazing. It was literally like this big when it was built. So there's the doors. You can see they've got the white bits on the other side. And I can remember always being really chuffed that this basically looked exactly the same as my money box because it was, you know, it was good for the role play. We've got bits of the floor. Oh my God, we've got all of these big long things. We've got the, what are they called? Roundels? Look at that, that's beautiful. Oh, it's the chair, Becky, it's the chair. Look at that. And then there's the little gate things. And we have the coat and hat stand. Beautiful, look at that. Fun fact about the coat and hat stand, when I was, I think, maybe 13, I purchased an actual full proper antique coat and hat stand that looked exactly like this, obviously inspired by the console. We still use it, it's by our front door today. And it cost £89 and it was my entire net worth at the time. I literally spent everything that I had on my own Doctor Who full coat and hat stand. One more box before we get to the best box. I think this is just more interior TARDIS components and also this thing, to be fair. So this we got from an antique shop. Me and my brother were very excited about it. It is a broken TARDIS, but it's a classic era TARDIS. So I got it and I never fully repaired it. Is there another door in here? Hang on. Ah! It's my Pupil of the Year award from primary school. I could take that down with me and I could put it with my other awards. This is probably the first award I ever got. Yeah, we'll bring that into the office. I had no idea that was in there. So I think at one point, when this was made in the 80s, I think it came with a Doctor figurine, so Tom Baker would stand here and then you'd close the doors and it would spin round and then they'd be gone because they've gone somewhere else kind of thing. But yeah, this is broken. We never did repair it. I think, yeah, you push these buttons and it would spin round. Very fancy. Okay, my actual box. So this is where all of my figures are kept. Oh my god, there's some good figures in here. So yeah, I used to love heading into Bishop Auckland, go to Woolworths on a Saturday with my mum, and I'd get to pick out a figure, and she would very kindly buy it for me. And isn't that just some fantastic figures? I just always loved how good all of the figures were. So this is a Dalek, but it's not just any Dalek. This is a Dalek from the Daleks in Manhattan episode where they've got missing panels. They made a figurine out of anything they could possibly make a figurine. What about this one? There's just your general standard Dalek. Cool. Very epic. Oh my god, look at this. There's so many. There's a JackSucksAtMC that's randomly in there. He doesn't deserve to be in here. We've got a Jadoon platoon upon the moon. Look at that. What a badass figure. And he comes with retractable gun. Delightful little fella.
Has he got his pen?
Does he have his pen? Of course he's got his pen, Becky. The pen's right there. Look at that. A fun fact about this gun, this was one of the props that I signed up for that auction for a couple of months ago, but it ended up selling for about $4,000, so unfortunately I could not afford getting it. Oh, we've got our Martha Jones, a very underappreciated but very solid Doctor Who companion. Fantastic. We have I can't remember their name, but they're from the Father's Day Season 1 episode, the fellas that gobbled people up because Rose saved their dad. Look at that. Amazing. And I think he used to glow, but I'm not sure. Yeah. He's got batteries. He definitely used to light up. Another Daleks in Manhattan episode. The little pig fellas. Very nice. Cybermen. I love my Cybermen. Fantastic. We have just a Gran. This is from that Season 2 50s episode, and I think her head comes off. Go on. Yes, it does, because in the episode, her face gets sucked off. So somewhere in here is her with a blank face, and you used to be able to swap them over. And now for a segment I like to call, what an oddly specific thing to make a figurine of. Well, of course, it's destroyed Cassandra. This isn't broken, this is how it was sold. They actually just made this with all the packaging around it, and it's just Cassandra after she died. We also have the skin of that army person after he got killed by a Slovene. Okay, now I'm just going to show you some particularly badass figures. So I would say the Sycorax. That is a really, really incredible figure. He's got his big staff. They did sell a Sycorax sword on that prop auction that I was once again outbid on, but I tried, whatever. We also have not only the standard Ood. You can see his thingy has snapped, but, you know, he is about 18 years old. But we have the fancy Ood as well. Look at that. He's got a better outfit. That is unreal. Look, oh, Slovene. Look at the Slovene and his big arms. Oh my god, Slovene, one of the best Doctor Who villains in my opinion. Oh, this is interesting. So we have Cassandra, but on the bottom it says £3. So some of them I must have ended up buying. Oh, the brains come out. For God's sake, see, that's the trouble with buying secondhand. Yeah, sometimes I guess I must have got them from car boot sales and that kind of thing. Becky just said that says £5, but actually you can see that it was £5 and they reduced it to £3 because no one wanted to buy Cassandra. I bought Cassandra for £3 though. Oh, we have the 10th Doctor, my favourite Doctor. Now you will see if you look closely at this fella that he has some serious signs of wear around his face, and that is basically just because I played with this figure all the time. I was there on my mum's orange sofa with my money box TARDIS, walking about pretending that we'd just landed on Mars. Ooh, got a little mini TARDIS. That's very nice. God, I've got so many things in here. This is amazing. All right, let me show you some of my customized figures. So here we have a Captain Jack Harkness. This is just a standard issue Captain Jack. But me and my brother decided standard issue Captain Jack, that's not good enough for us. So we ended up customizing him so that he was in his more Torchwood series attire. So we added these little straps and we painted it. And I think we did quite a good job on that one, to be fair. This is the comparison before and after. Look at that. How delightful.
There's Laszlo.
Laszlo. As if there's an actual Laszlo figure. I hope that the guy that played him has a little Laszlo somewhere in his house. Look at this Jadoon as well. No helmet version. What an amazing figure that is. Unreal. Oh, look at that. Look at the Harold Saxon. Unreal. And he's got his little custom sonic screwdriver thing as well. Oh, and he's got his ring. His little ring. What a lovely attention to detail. Now, you remember my gran that I showed you? Well, I found her head. Faceless head. Plop that on. Go. Oh, hang on. Here we go. That's not been plopped on for over a decade. Go on. Yes, look at that. Now, me and my brother saw an opportunity here. We thought this granny's curly hair looks quite a bit like the third Doctor's curly hair. So we decided we'd try and make a third Doctor basically from scratch. And let me show you the end result. Wow, look at that. You can't tell that that's homemade at all, can you? I think we did quite a good job with his body. You know, considering we did all of this. We painted it and sculpted it and stuff. The face, we perhaps let ourselves down slightly. But at this point in time, there were no classic Who figures. So if you wanted one, you'd have to make your own. And I'm still proud of this. Why not? Got a Christopher Eccleston as well. An absolutely amazing Doctor. Definitely my second favourite. Look at that. But unfortunately, childhood Jack was just obsessed with David Tennant. So Christopher Eccleston did really not get played with in the way that I played with David Tennant. And lastly, this is something that I stole from my brother. It is not your standard Who figurine because it opens up and has a mini cool Dalek world inside of it. Look at that. We've got a Dalek. We've got the fourth Doctor. I think you press something and it all blows up. Give me a sec, let me remember. Yeah. Put the Doctor in here. It's just saved the day. There's a countdown going on. Close it up, Jack. Oh, and now, whoa, look at that. Whoa, that's pretty crazy. You get some cool shots of this, Becky.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What an amazing little figure that is. Close that up. Amazing. Look at that. His little plunger's gone, but he is very old at this point. Oh, look. It's a little canine. Look how adorable. And I think this comes off as well, just like my other one. Go on. Yes. Look at that. It's so cute. All right, we're going to end the video there. That was just a nice little chilled out video where I show off some of my Doctor Who stuff. Thank you very much for watching. It'd be nice to film more things like this where I'm not necessarily bothered about how many views they're going to get. So if you've got any suggestions, let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.